Welcome to episode 17 of the podcast Just Roll Ones, where apparently now we have a video. I've got to try and remember what clothes I wore last time. I have more than one outfit. I'm not sure if I've worn it though last time. I'm your host Aaron, and we're joined today with our other host James.
Hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Oh, brilliant.
A couple of busy weeks, but not everything's all good. How about you?
Yeah, more or less the same. Term started again, so I've got students again.
Yeah.
And yeah, last week, maybe the week before, some number of weeks ago, we went to Centre Parks on holiday, which was lovely.
Oh yeah, cool.
And otherwise, I've been building Sorcerer Kings models for LGT, which is on Friday.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to that.
Yeah, you just need to get them painted now.
Right, hey, I've got a base coat, so I am no longer the least painted person.
Does priming count as a base coat?
I mean, I might put like a nice zenithal spray over the top in white. So all it is, it's just nighttime. So you can't.
I mean,
see.
if you do a zenithal grey and white, that's technically a 3-color limit.
Exactly, and they're all just ghosts. Yeah. They're elementals. What's the difference between an Efreet and a ghost? Right? No one knows.
I think you should have kept them as that kind of grey statue aesthetic. You were.
Yeah, definitely.
You're matching Dowrel on.
So yeah, what have you been up to recently? Have you been up to any fun things? Any new hobby stuff?
Not too much hobby stuff. I've been trying to decide on a list for LGT still. Still haven't quite figured that out yet. It's definitely dinos of some capacity. It's just how many and what form.
Not to spoil anything, but have you considered running 15 Raptor Riders?
It has crossed my mind.
Yes, I can lend you some if you want.
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, we're going to have a look at the. Yeah, we'll cover that in a bit. But I love that list.
Yeah, me too.
He is my hero. Yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him for chaos.
No, yeah, me too. And I think otherwise, my hobby time, which I should have spent practicing lists or painting models, has been spent playing Space Marine 2, which is a great game.
Yeah, same actually. Same. That's a good game.
We should play together. It's so good.
I didn't know you had it.
Yeah, well, I got it the other week. It's been really, really good.
You got it on PC?
Yeah, but it's also cross-play too, so you can play with...
Yes, true,
so I'm very excited. I'm not very good, just fair warning. I'm not...
I've done some PvE. It's not too bad. I haven't done any PvP stuff yet.
Okay, no, cool. That sounds...
I don't want to... Yeah, I know I'm just going to get decimated in that. I've been enjoying the PvE stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I need to play some work.
Yeah, we'll get some games.
Okay, so welcome to our Space Marine 2 podcast.
Well, last time it was Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, which actually, speaking about, they released the battle box.
So,
or the new starter box.
Let's double check who's breaking up. Is it me or you?
I'm excited. I'm having a look.
Let's try this. Let's try starting off and on again. Off.
No. I know it kind of fits. Like if you actually look at the lore, if you look at what goes on between.
Okay, I'm just restarting some stuff. Hopefully that makes it better. There we go.
Okay.
That'll hopefully me.
Yeah, I'm just checking what I've got.
This would be so easy to fix if we weren't recording a video.
Really cool. And you can
it shouldn't make any difference. I guess I can edit it. I'll have to do some editing.
You want to carry on?
Yeah, of course. We'll keep going and see if it gets really bad.
Have you got up to much? You said about Space Marine 2 and everything. Have you got onto much? If you start or just continue other than Sorcerer Kings?
We might as well continue. Yeah, we might as well continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So, blah blah blah. Warcrow.
Yeah. So yeah, Warcrow, really, really good. Really been enjoying it. Really nice, interesting set of rules. I think it's really good. Definitely one to watch. If you're into skirmish games, I'd rate it really highly. Really enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a look at. I know a couple of friends have looked at it, and they're quite interested in it. They're quite keen.
Yeah, the orcs are amazing.
I probably will play it at some point in the near future. Yeah.
If I had time to build my box between now and Friday, I'd say we could have a game whilst at LGT. But I don't think I'll have a chance to build everything unless I bring it with me, which is a maybe. Actually, I might do that.
I think at this rate, I'm still going to be painting a Friday evening in the hotel.
I mean, you just don't paint it. You know, you'll be fine.
But then it's annoying because they're like kind of like half and half, they're like half done,
Yeah.
and it's just annoying me. Yeah, I need to try and finish them this week. Yeah,
Ah.
but yeah, and of course the main thing going on at the moment is Chaos.
Yeah, I guess we can jump in today straight into our main topic, which is going to be on the list breakdown for the Worlds event. So,
Yeah,
you know, obviously other people did this 3 days ago, but we were busy. So we're going to do it today and give our opinions and basically just run down some patterns and trends in these Chaos lists. James
Yes.
can't see this. I've got a nice bar chart on the screen with a faction breakdown. So just a little faction breakdown of which factions are being played by who. So it's out of 14 players. And to James's delight, the most popular faction we're playing is Sexy Orcs or Wadroon. So yeah, 4 players. Was it go to? And then second, again, I think James might have had a hand in picking these lists. The second most popular faction is City States with 3 players.
Yeah.
So that's
the two best.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all you need.
And then, I mean, just running through, we've then got 2 players playing Sorcerer Kings, Old Dominion, and 100 Kingdoms, and then 1 player for each of the rest. 1 for Dwegum, 1 for Nords, 1 for Spires.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and I think what would be really nice now is if you want to kind of go through, and we'll just have a look through some of these lists and kind of give our opinions on what they're like. Do you have them up in front of you as well?
I have the lists already. Whichever one you want to start off. I've kind of got them in alphabetical at the moment.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah. I've got them in. I've got them ordered per faction.
Let's do that.
So, well, I can tell you the name of the person as well, so it should be fairly straightforward to find.
Exactly.
My first thought was we would do the first 100 Kingdom one, which is Killian.
Yes.
I believe, and this is going to be awful, I probably should have made a note of where people were from. So I'm just going to guess, and I'm sorry if I get them wrong. Does it say on the Discord? Will it say where people are from? Oh, it does. It does.
It does.
Okay. So we're recording this on the first day of games of Chaos, and what we're going to do is not. We are not going to look at the results so we can say which lists we think are good.
No,
we will not use those results for this. But I was correct. So Killian is from France. So he's the French representative of Chaos this year, and he has.
And we're going to stay completely objective.
Exactly. You know, I'm really sorry, Killian. I'm sure you're a lovely guy, but it's really, really hard. You know, we've not lost to the French since 1066. You know, and then they kind of took over. So then they became English anyway. So really, we've never lost to the French ever. But so we're going to have a look here. Spoilers, we did in this event. But this is a really nice kind of combined arms list. So, of course, these are all going to be 2,000 points. And I think surprising to no one, the first warband we have here is the Private Commander of the Seal Temple. And then he has 2 units of the Order of the Seal Temple, which have they do have Standard Bearer on these 2 units. If you then go down, he then, surprisingly, a real shock turn here, has 2 units of Ashen Dawn. Now, Killian obviously likes having friends, so he only played 2 minimum units of Ashen Dawn, so there's only 3 in each of these units.
Good man.
Exactly, yeah. Now, I think that the list of 5, two blocks of 5, I think it's probably better, but I really don't like playing against it. It's really tough to get through them all.
I mean, they've announced this already in some of their like the sneak peek things. But yeah, if you like to play Order of Ashen Dawn with more than 3 stands, enjoy it while it lasts.
I was really happy with that announcement because it means I think I have the perfect number of Ashen Dawn now, which is 6.
Yeah, nice.
And then if we keep going, he's got a second warband, which is the Imperial Officer. Now, the Imperial Officer here, again, I think is, it's a naked Imperial Officer. He's got 1 unit of Mercenary Crossbowmen a second unit of mercenary crossbowmen, Hunter Cadre, which I think is a fancy pick here. I often see Hunter Cadre, and then a minimum unit of Steel Legion with no banner.
Yes.
But the Hunter Cadre has a Null Mage with them. So I'm really interested. Yeah, I'm really interested to see this. What do Hunter Cadre do?
What do Hunter Cadre do?
Yeah, like
I mean, they're kind of they before the Ashen Dawn came out, they were one of the 100 Kingdoms answers to like Bruton monsters.
Right. Oh yeah, because we've got Fiend Hunter.
They got Fiend Hunter. They're pretty reliable in they're pretty good in shooting. I mean, they got the veteran perk on them as well, so they got this +1 volley. That's probably the reason he's given them the Null Mage.
Of course, that makes sense. Yeah.
For them to get this +1 volley. I mean, yeah, 18 inches, barrage 3, AP 1. They're not a bad, and they're going to be volley 3 as well. They're not, they're not bad.
Yeah, they're all right.
And evasion 2. Yeah, they're a decent. They are a decent ranged option. They're just quite expensive. I mean, 4 stands for 245 points. They're not. They're not cheap.
No, and also I thought it looks like the Imperial officer has brace for impact and on your feet. So I imagine he's going into the Steel Legion.
Yes,
probably. So. Yeah, but having the 4 stands, he could have been there. Though I guess he doesn't have a range attack, does he?
No.
But yeah, and then finally we've got the Chapter Mage.
Yes.
Who is in? I don't remember what that is. Elemental Vortex and Elemental Missile. Is that School of Fire. Ignore me. So she's in School of Fire, and also this now we do have the heirloom Kiss Farewell. So she's going to be doing a ranged volley attack while sitting in her Men at Arms. That's a really nice little unit. I remember playing it at UK Games Expo. My first opponent had a similar unit to this, and the Kiss Farewell. You don't think much about the Chapter Mage's range attacks, but if you've got a unit of Men at Arms already just sitting on an objective, being able to shoot off 7 deadly shots a turn is pretty good.
It's not bad. And she's got the that ranged. She's got her spells and she's got a barrage anyway. So it's sit him on the objective. Anyone who wants to come forward, they still got to get through. They still got to get through some men at arms, while also dealing with quite a potent range from her. Yeah,
because of course she would volley with the men at arms and then do her spells on her own activation. So that's quite for what I would call an objective chud unit to kind of sit at the back on an objective. It can pump out quite a bit of damage. That's very good.
I think so.
Yeah, as a source
I think so. It's nice to see. It's quite it's kind of like an old school thing as well, like seeing the Chapter Mage with the Men at Arms, with this kind of like fire element.
Yeah, I mean,
we saw a lot in like first version 1 and 1.5 and stuff. I like it.
Yeah, me too. I think as a Source of Kings player, I appreciate the magic unit that they've got. That's nice.
Yes.
What do you think? Give it a letter grade. What do you think this is?
Letter grade. Definitely. I would say definitely because of the Ashen Dawn in it, and even just 2 stands of 3. Sorry, 2 regiments of 3 stands. I'd probably still give it like a good A. I think
a good A. Yeah. A. There we go. I'd agree. I'd maybe say a B or an A. I think it's a really solid list. I think Killian, from what I've heard, is a very good player, and there's I think he has a reasonable chance of doing really well in the event. I think I'd agree. The Ashen Dawn kind of clinch it, don't they?
It's the Ashen Dawn with the Order of the Seal Temple as well. Like he's got a lot of maneuverability there. The Hunter Cadre as well, and the two crossbowmen. He's kind of covered all his bases.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
Well, that's true. I forgot. Yeah, so he's got 2 units of mercenary crossbowmen and the Hunter Cadre. That's a good range output there. So
it is. We're both 18 inches. Yeah, so you're not necessarily going to want to charge straight up the board towards him.
No,
with anything that's kind of fluffy either.
no, that's
Yeah,
that's good.
Elite A. Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
fantastic. So, should we move over? So, the next Hundred Kingdom player is Andrew Miller. I
Andrew
think
Miller.
Andrew Miller, who I believe is Huckleberry on the Discord, but I can't remember.
Okay.
And
Where's he from?
he is from America, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's US. And so you may, or maybe I'm wrong actually. Andrew Miller.
Just having a look.
Yeah, you have a check. Where's this person from?
Yeah, he's from USA.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, we mentioned before, obviously, the change that's been announced of Ashen Dawn going down to 3, in a unit. Well, this is a list you can still probably take, very similar to this one.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, do you want to go through this list?
Yeah, sure. So first warband, again, probably not too unsurprisingly, he's got a private commander of the Seal Temple, and he's got 2 regiments of Order of the Seal Temple, 3 stands each, and then he's got 2 regiments of Order of the Ashen Dawn, and they've both got 4 stands each as well. He hasn't given them a standard bearer though or anything, so which is not that they necessarily need it. Just for leads, they haven't given the standard bearer, so they don't get unstoppable or anything. So, but then he's got another warband again, another private commander of the Seal Temple, and 1 regiment of 3 Order of the Seal Temple, and another 4 stand regiment of Ashen Dawn. So there's enough there. Again, it doesn't seem like there's standard bearers in any of them, but you've got so much potential charges there. It's going to be reliable. It's going to be reliable one way or the other. And then he's got a 3rd warband, which is a Theist priest with 3 militia bowmen, just to have a little bit of a little ranged potency, I guess. But the priest, I don't actually know too much about the priest, but he's got the spells, but he's also got the mastery focused as well. So yeah, you're gonna get quite a bit of output from the priest there.
Well, I'll tell you, I can tell you exactly what the priest is there for. The priest has a spell that can give a unit +1 defense, which means that you get defense 5 Blessed Ashen Dawn.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, which are not going to go anywhere.
No. So that's it. I mean, I agree. I think I quite like a banner on Ashen Dawn, but Seal Temple, I think that it's needed less because they have fluid formation.
It's more on the Ashen. It's more. I guess it's more on the Ashen Dawn.
Yeah, that was my thought as well. But I guess you don't need unstoppable when you just walk towards your opponents, I guess.
Well, no, exactly. I mean, even if they get charged, you can be pretty confident that they're still going to be there the second round.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's not as varied as the other list.
No.
But it's potent. It's going to pack a very nasty punch. Like I wouldn't want to see 3 regiments of Ashen Dawn running up towards me, let alone having also the Seal Temple as well. I think again another solid. For me, for this one, I'd probably almost be tempted to put this like maybe A+.
Yeah, and again, one thing we forgot to mention is the name of the list is Zero Standards.
Zero Standards.
There we go. No. I would agree. I'm going to give it an A+. But for just to mention, I'm going to give it for flavour. It's an F flavour because the Theist priests don't like the orders. So the Theist priest should never cast a +1 defense spell on the Ashen Dawn. But it's definitely an A+ list. There you go.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would. Yeah, no, exactly. I don't think I'd even give it an F. I think I'd give it like an ungraded
F-. There you
go. But yeah, no, I mean, in terms of like battle, how potent it's going to be on the tabletop, absolutely.
Well,
I like it.
Yeah, so the next one I thought we'd go over in terms of releases, obviously, would be Spires, and there's only one, which is Carl's list. I'm
Sure.
going to let you read the name. I was thinking I might go over the list, but I'll let you read out the name.
Oh my god. Odorint Metuant. And
Yeah, I like
well done.
I like the ode to a silverfish name. I believe
Yeah.
that Odorint dum metuant
Odorint.
means. I don't know actually. I have no idea what it means.
Odorint Metuant.
It's some fancy Latin quote. I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Don't know Latin enough to be able to like confidently say that means something or not. Yeah.
But ode to a silverfish name. So I do like that name. That's a good quality name we've got there.
That's a good. I mean, in terms of like marks on name and theme, that's already an A star. Like, yeah, that's good.
And this is quite a complicated list, I think, to go over. So, this is a directorate list, and the Warlord is a Biomancer. And he has got the Degenerative Aura mutation and also has Master of Flesh. So he can cast 2 Biomancers a turn. And also, I believe he gives... Oh, that's the Aura of Death one. And he is sat in a minuscule, a tiny unit of only 6 stands of Force-grown drones. Right?
Only
Pathetic.
6.
Nothing. His second warband is a High Clone Executor, who has got additional neuron receptors, which lets him take more than 1 mutation. He's got Biotic 5 and Marksman variant. And so he's going to be sat in with his Marksman clones, a unit which I very much do love. So he's got a unit of Marksman clones, and his mainstay for that warband is Vanguard clones, which is just kind of like a solid medium unit. They have Vanguard. They run up, they score stuff. Pretty solid unit to have. Next, the spicy bit is he then has Warband 3, which is a Lineage Prideborn, 2 units of Leonin Avatara, or Leonine Avatara, and 1 unit of Centaur Avatara. So this is the new one. This is the first time I think I'll have seen this out.
Yes.
Yeah, you've got the Prideborn there doing some nice range output in this case. And then finally, because this list goes on forever, he's then got in Warband 4 a Ferromancer with Avatar Projection. He's then got 2 units of Strix and a unit of Brute Drones, a minimum unit of Brute Drones. That's just a nice standard Ferromancer warband. Very nice. Huge fan. Love Strix. Love Brute Drones.
Yeah. Interesting how everything is all minimum apart from the Force-grown drones.
Yeah, and I think, did he have... Oh yeah, everything's minimum. I think really here we're looking at a large range output list here with, the Leonin Avatar, etc. Marksman clones. Yeah, I mean, what is it? Barrage 3. So from the Leonin Avatara, you have 9 shots at 14 inches with armor piercing 2 and deadly shot, which I think is just very good.
It's good.
Volley 3, and then you of course adding the Prideborn to one of those units, so it's going to add another Barrage 4. You're putting out a lot of damage in that case.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely, and then they got There's a thing as well, isn't there, with the Prideborn or the Leonin, that once they target something, you get a bonus from charging it with another unit. So I know they work really well with the Centaur, Centaur Avatar. Yeah.
I have to say, I really like this list because I love the Centaur Avatar. They're probably some of my favourite, one of my favourite units in the game, just aesthetic wise, and they look awesome.
I love the Leonin.
Yeah.
I would start a Spire's army and just have it full of Leonin.
I mean, I'm tempted to if I pick up, I could play this list of 6 Leonin Avatar. That would be, which is obviously a lot actually. 2 units of brutes basically, but I think it's a really, really cool list. I think it'll be really, really hard to play. It's not as, I think, obviously powerful as the last list we looked at with the Ashen Dawn. I think this is a tricky list to play.
It is this one. I mean, this one is it's potentially like giving up a lot of points
Mhm.
if the scenario is scoring like killed regiments.
Mhm.
At the same time, you've got so much potential board control.
Mm.
Things are pretty fast as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, even just throwing up the 2 Strix and just letting them annoy the person while you get everything else in. This is where my lack of Spire knowledge comes into play.
Mhm.
To me, it looks good simply from just how many regiments he's got in there. I think I counted like 13 activations.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like
so
that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a lot. It's good. I think. Like I said, yeah, tricky to play, but I think if you can have good positioning with these units and reasonable reinforcement rolls, I think you could do really, really well. It's not a
Oh
list.
yeah.
It's not a list I would want to face with Carl playing it. I'll be honest. I'm sure he's practiced a lot with
Yeah,
his list.
yeah, there is that as well. Not only is it a potent list, but it's also got a very potent player
Yeah, like
hearing it.
it's not a list I would pick up and just bring to London on Friday. I think it's got a
No.
lot of a lot of variability in how it will do. But I think, yeah, it's a really solid list. I think as a list, I say I would give it, I think, a B. I think I'd give it a solid B as a list. I think it will do better than that.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah.
I think I would say the same. I want to say like kind of B plus.
Yeah.
Like I don't know this. Again, this might be my lack of knowledge on how spy stuff works in general. I mean, I've still got just PTSD from every time I play Dave. But yeah, I would say like a B plus.
Okay, yeah, I'll give B plus sounds good. That's a good one. And that Spire's done. A single Spire's player. Disappointing.
I'm surprised by that. I thought there would have been more Spires.
Yeah, I'd hoped there'd been more Spires. So the next one I've got is the single Nords player.
Okay.
Now, I don't really know much about Nords. I don't know how much you know about Nords. So we can give
I've been looking at them, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll let you go through this one.
Yeah, I was watching a series on Norse mythology on Netflix, and it kind of started me looking at Nords again. It's like, God damn it. This is Peter, and Peter Karcher. He is from, I think, Poland. This one.
Let's check the one Nords player.
USA even. Sorry, USA.
USA.
Yeah, Nords USA. So his name is Jarl 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love that. That's already an A. So first warband, he's got a blooded. And he's got a ranged blooded for this. So he's got the aspect of a dragon, which I think gives him +1 attack. Just bringing up my Nords on the. I'm also doing this while we've got I've got the app up as well. Yeah, +1 to clash. And it's got the Hunt's Instinct. I think that gives him his ranged stuff.
I think. Yeah, let me check. You're right. I think.
Yeah, he's got. Let me check. Hunt. What is it? Hunt Instinct. Yeah. Oh no, it gives the regiment fire in advance.
Okay.
Yeah. So what gives him?
Oh, so he has Barrage 3 base.
Oh, he's just got his basic now. Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, fair.
I'm surprised he has the dragon though, and not the crow.
You'd think so, yeah. I mean, looking at I can imagine he's going to go with one of the So he's got two regiments of trolls, both 3 stands each, and he has 2 regiments of 3 stand bow chosen.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I guess I was thinking I was probably going to put him in with the bow chosen, but actually he might be putting him in with the trolls.
Yeah, maybe, but I think that the mastery goes. I think for. The mastery, I think, is going to.
I guess it kind of works because he can potentially move with the trolls, shoot some stuff, and then move.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I guess so. I would have assumed he'd be in with bow chosen to move.
I'm thinking so, but I could also see how because of that dragon aspect. I can kind of see
where
he might put him. It might be actually giving him that means that depending on who you're facing, you can put him in the bow chosen or patrols.
That's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
A utility there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah, and he's got a warband 2, so another blooded.
Yeah.
With this time so 3-stand regiment of stalkers,
Mhm.
a 3-stand regiment of trolls, and a 3-stand regiment of bowchosen.
I mean, that's a lot of trolls, a lot of bow chosen.
Yeah, that's a lot of bows and bowchos and trolls, and he's given this blooded the dragon aspect again.
Yeah.
Um, and then you have a third warband, which is a Jarl who is the warlord.
Mhm.
So he's got his surprise attack,
Yeah.
supremacy.
Ah,
He's got dragon aspect, and he has the broken blade as an artifact.
that's Cleave 1.
And
Cleave.
Cleave 1,
Cleave plus
brilliant.
1, I think, yeah. Or Cleave 1.
Yes, Cleave 1.
Yeah.
And he's he's got a 3-stand regiment of raiders and a sea Yopner.
Mm. Yeah.
So there's a lot of potential, or there is a lot of potent ranged in this list. Sea Yopner as well. He gets that free volley action he can do.
And the Jarl's supremacy as well, of course, letting. I imagine that those blooded will be in with the bow chosen because he's allowing them to score. The characters to score.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, I mean, he gives. Yeah, he's. Yes, he lets the yeah. What does he give? So he gives opportunist and +1 attack characteristics if you're attacking in the flank or the rear, and light regiments per character stand can score. Yeah.
I think that's. Yeah. I like this list. I think it's very Nordy. Very Nordsy.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a very run-up. It seems like a very kind of run-up, punch you in the face with some very potent shooting.
That's it, yeah. I mean, the trolls are going to, I assume, advance forward and get in the way. And the bow chosen...
running quite low on... Pardon?
I was going to say, yeah, and then the bow chosen is just behind to mop up anything that charges the trolls. Let's have a look. Trolls 1, 2, 3.
He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring. Technically 5. He's potentially got more if he puts a character in a light regiment.
I think that's what he'll do. I think it's 4 and then 5, 6, 7. It's 7 scoring units, I think.
Yeah, which is good. It just depends on how durable they're going to be. Like kind of like more like potentially like midfield further up the board.
Yeah.
They're going to get hit by stuff. But I as a list, I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, no, me too. I think,
like you said, it's got a really thematic Nord. It's got a really good Nord theme to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to obviously try and score early, score often. And that's it. Yeah, that's I guess the game plan for this list.
I think so. You got enough you got enough early stuff and to get on a bunch of objectives, get a bunch of early points. I mean, even just sacrifice for the light stuff to keep the other person off the objectives.
Of course, yeah. I mean, you've got a lot of lights to push.
Your mediums on it, yeah. And again, trolls they don't go anywhere easily. I mean, they got regeneration 6. You know, they got an evasion. Okay, it's evasion 1, but they still got it. It's 6 wounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be running away anywhere easily. Yeah. What would you give it? What score would you give it?
I don't know. I want to give it a B. I think a B. I think, yeah, I'd give it a B. Would be my score. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think a B.
Yeah, like I'd say, it's a solid average competitive list.
Yeah,
you can tell that thought's obviously been put into what everything's doing. I think again, good chance of I wouldn't be surprised if this list was to win the event. It's a good list.
Yes, no, absolutely.
But absolutely. And then we've got Dwegum.
Cool.
So
Dwegum.
So this is Daniel.
Daniel McMahon. Daniel McMahon.
Yes. Otherwise, so this is, I think, just a very, very standard Dwegum list. Before we'll go through the list, but I miss the days. Do you remember? 12 months ago, where Dwegum were terrifying, and everyone thought they were overpowered, and I was really miserable because I got flame walled and lost an entire unit of 9 stands of hoplites and 1 activation of a sorcerer. Now they're not as scary as they were. Now they're just short little crypto dwarves, and not taking this seriously.
Yeah, they're definitely not as yeah, they're definitely not as like potent as what they were.
No.
I mean, it's still a damn good faction. I mean,
Yeah.
it's underestimate it at your own peril.
You can say they've been cut down at the knees, because they're little.
I'm trying to. I think he's from
America.
US.
Yeah, he's from America.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, we can quickly run through here. So his first unit or his first warband is Tempered Sorcerer from the Magma School with the Hellbringer Drake rider, and he has a unit of Fireforged and then a Helldrake that he's riding. And then I believe you have another identical warband underneath. I won't say anything because I do in fact own 2 of those warbands. I still will maintain that I think this is one of the best individual warbands in the game. And then finally, you can see the Tempered Steel Saber, which is the Warlord. And then you've got a Hold Ballista, Fireforged. And then you have 2 units of minimum Steel Forged. The Hold Ballista, I forgot to mention, so there's 5 stands here. And there is a Herald of Magma in them. And that is where the Tempered Steel Shaper is going to sit.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a solid list.
Yeah, I think it's the Dwecom list. I think it's the.
It is. I first of all misread Steel Forged for Stone Forged, and I thought, oh god, he's got 2 of them.
Yeah.
No, I think, and I think you're right. The kind of tempered sorcerer with the Fireforged and the Drake it's still horrific to have to go up against. Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I like the Ballista as well. With Awe of Death 2 running forwards, and I mean the Ballista are an underrated unit. I mean the Defense 3 with their shield, their Armor Piercing 1, they're very good. Steel Forged now are a little bit less scary than they were a year ago, obviously because they're no longer up to Defense 5, which is nice. But I think they're still a good unit. But yeah, I mean, I
still like them. Again, everything in it. Although Dwecom, got the nerf. It's because they were just so dominant, so potent and dominating. Yeah.
No, I'd agree.
It's not to say that they are bad. It's not to say they are a bad faction now.
No,
far from it.
I think I guess this would be a wide discussion about Dwecom. I think that the biggest thing about Dwecom at the moment is they're fairly limited in their competitive choices for list building. But I think that's actually because they have quite a small roster. So, and I like I played a list against you with the Magma Forged and the Fire, the Flame Berserkers. There are options you can have. But I think this is the general list you would see.
Yeah, I think that this kind of combination just works so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's become a bit. It's not to say that the other things are necessarily bad. It's just this is just this is Old Faithful.
Mm-hmm. Part of it, I think actually is that the Tempered Creed is just so much better than the other creeds. Like being able to just ignore damage is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean personally, I hate it.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's. I think I love it.
I'll wait for it to get future.
But
but it's. No, you're right. It's such a strong. It's such a strong one.
Mm-hmm. What?
I'm just going to say, I've got a bunch of tokens. Yep, nope. I'm just going to ignore all this damage.
What would you give it? What arbitrary letter grade would you give this list?
Oh, I would say. A B again.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
I would say a B again. Like it's got some range potent, but if you can close that gap, and if you can tie those guys down in combat, I think it might fall apart pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if you saw on the main Discord. So Rollo does a lot of judging over in America, but I know he has played this list more, with some changes. He's played this list probably for close to 2 years. So, since the start of version 2, he's been playing this list. And there was some talk on the international Discord about net decking the Dwegon player net decking and copying these lists. And it was I found it quite amusing because I was like, well, he's copying himself. It's like self plagiarism at this point. But I guess it's because they've put his name rather than his Discord handle, so nobody knew.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I find that fairly funny.
Roll up.
Yeah, and I mean the next one I'll let you have a look at. I'm on Baba Z. Oh, it's Ben Baba Z. Oh, sorry, no, it's not. I was reading the list name rather than the person name. Alexander.
Alexander
Nowak.
Novak. Oh, what dream?
Yes, there we go. Now on to your wheelhouse. I don't know what the list says. Babazu, Wazoo, Conium.
It says Babazu, Wazoo, Conium, say.
It could be anything. It could be an A+ name. Could be an F.
It could be. Yeah. I'm going to check. I think we probably know where he comes from.
It could be wild racial slurs and Polish. I don't know.
It's Polish. Yeah,
could have said anything.
Absolutely. Could be saying your shit.
Yeah.
Get wrecked. Get good. Yeah. Cool. No. So first warband. He's got a chieftain who is the warlord. So he's got the shock assault. He's following war. He's got Mantle of the Devoted. He's also got teachings of his Voice of Conquest, his Violence of Action. So he's giving whatever he's with Flurry and Wasteland Adder, and he's got 6 block of Blooded as well. So
nice.
That's pretty simple. What's going to be? You got Fanatic Blooded. You got Fanatic Conquest Blooded there. So 3 actions, potentially up to Evasion 3. Yeah, that's nice and punchy.
Fantastic.
And quick as well. Second warband, you got Sign of Conquest, who's also following war, and he's got the essence of the Phonoterix. I can never pronounce that one properly. And he's also got Focus to the Mastery, and he has got a 4-stand Regiment of Chosen of Conquest and a 3-stand Regiment of Chosen of Conquest. So, again, he's going to be running up pretty quickly. Warband 3, you have a Predator who's got Sacred Censor as an artifact, so that kind of gives him like a priest +1 for like dispelling stuff. He's got Caesar's Hunt as well as his like free thing, and Marksmanship for Mastery, and he's got in his warband a 3-stand hunting pack, a 4-stand of regiments of hunters, 4-stand slingers, and an apex predator.
Nice.
So that's and slingers have got the flint napper as well. So that means they are re-rolling 6s, and they get to ignore. Hunters have got it as well, actually, flint napper. So they get to ignore hardened on things as well.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it's going to be a fast list. It's going to be a fast list. If he gets these guys out, so it'd be 1, 2. So you get one there. He could, he could potentially have 2 of the Fanatic. So everything here, pretty much the Blooded and the Chosen of Conquest, they're all Fanatic Conquest. So they all get to do their 3 actions if they get the chance off.
Yeah.
So on turn 2, if he gets all the lights on, turn 2 he could have 2 of those Fanatic Conquest regiments, both being able to chant as they come on.
Brilliant.
And being able to run like 18, 19 inches up the board turn 2.
Yeah. That'd be
that's nothing to like. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that's strong. That's pretty good. He's got a lot of range there as well. I mean, slingers are just ace at the moment. You can't really go wrong with them.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I'm glad that they will not be Fanatic of Conquest slingers.
No. The Apex is there as a. To be honest, the Apex in this list, the Apex is like the thing I'd be least concerned about. He's got so much potential. He's got so much potential punching from the Blooded. as well as 7 attacks each, plus with the chieftain. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
it's really good.
It's a list again. It's a bit like the Lord Nord list. This is going to get on the objectives early. The hunting pack are going to be annoying, and I wouldn't be surprised if you just used them as like a sacrifice throwaway unit to keep the opponent back a little bit. The guys are going to get new objectives very early, turn 2, turn 3, and the other person's going to have to play catch up for the whole game. Yeah.
No,
yeah. I really like it. Yeah, I really like it. I never know, because the Queen can be really good herself as well with her healing.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I think it's missing. It's like, but then again, I'm not sure what I would swap out anyway.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because it doesn't. I think it would end up either being the Chieftain warband or the Sign of Conquest warband, because a big block of Braves is always pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think Braves are good. It's because of the problem is because they still got the bloodlust rule, and we know that is going, but they still got it. There's still that risk element.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why he's gone blooded instead of Braves, particularly with the Conquest. Blooded just work into it a bit better anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I like it. Yeah, it's so he's got utility and he's got different options to be able to fall back on. So yeah, I think this could do well. I think this list could do well.
What would you give it as an arbitrary letter grade?
As an arbitrary letter grade, I would give it. I would give it an A. I think.
An A. Okay,
yeah, I think this will do well. I think this could do very well.
I'll let you arbitrary letter grade. I would have given it lower than an A, but I'll defer to you. I think
the only reason I'm giving it A is because there's a psychology element of it as well. If you're the opponent and suddenly like 2 units have run up 19 inches and they're on the objectives, and all of a sudden the other guy's going, cool, now you've got to play catch up.
Yeah. I think
there's a lot of it can mess with the opponent quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Okay, I think that makes sense. I mean, I think it's a fine list as well. I think it's good. That's it. The next list we can have a look at is, I'll let you do the next one too. It is Benjamin Lin, the People's Champion, the best list.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. Oh wait, am I right? I am. Yeah, the best list in the event, bar none.
This is great. This is great, and it's just called Raptors.
Yeah,
and that's all you need.
You know, Ben, we had to have a chat at some point. Like, you can name it better than Raptors, right? Come on. Carl's has Latin in the name, right? You can do better than this.
Like
Come on, no. No, it has to be a pun. If it's not a pun, it's rubbish, right?
No, true. Yeah, we got Raptors. So first warband, you got a Predator. He is the warlord. So he's got Thrill of a Kill. So that means that once per game, he can declare it, and lights, everything gets unstoppable, and lights get plus. I want to say +2 to their charge. No, +3 to their charge. Mediums get +1 or 2, and heavies get like an extra impact attack. So it's a once per game thing. It can be pretty powerful. You don't actually see it a lot. To me, it's probably the weakest of the supremacies, and I think other people would agree with that. He's following Famine, so that also means that it's all about charging, basically. Famine is great for just getting the charges off. He's got Mantle of the Devoted, and he's got Voice of Conquest and Animalistic Focus as well. So he is with a 4-stand regiment of Raptor Riders and a 4-stand regiment of Slingers. So you've got basically the Fanatic Conquest Slingers here. So they're the guys that can be doing the 3 actions. Well, potentially Animalistic Focus. That is the. I'm just double checking because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think that is one that gives them. Oh no, Sure Shot. Okay, I was going to be saying the wrong thing. That's good. So yeah, I was going to say that maybe they have more because he might be giving them fire in advance, but no. but three action slingers. He's then got a Warband 1, Warband 3. Where's this? Oh, okay. He's got a second Warband, which is a Matriarch Queen.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a unit of, or she is following Famine. She's pretty basic. She's got a 3-stand regiment of Blooded with a Skirmisher, so that gives them a +1 march,
Mm-hmm.
and an Apex Predator. And then in the third Warband, he's got a Mounted Predator with following Famine and also with Ceaseless Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got he's got a 4-stand regiment of Raptor Riders, another 4-stand regiment of Raptor Riders, a 3-stand regiment of Raptor Riders, and an Apex Predator.
Best
So
list.
this is glorious. This is 4, was it 17?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's got 19. Yeah, 19 Raptor Riders.
There's so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought it was 15. Am I wrong?
No, it's 4, 8. Oh, sorry, maybe it is. Maybe I've done my thing wrong. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, sorry, 15.
15. There we go.
Yeah, 16 if you include the Predator himself.
So you get 15 out of 10 as your score. Great score.
No, I think it's I don't know. I love this list. I'm not sure how well it will do.
No, I give this list an A+ for style, but I think it's maybe a C in terms of lists. And I say that specifically because it only has 3 scoring units, and they're all fairly squishy scoring units. He has a minimum Blooded and 2 Apex Predators, which are good. They're not bad units at all. It's not bad units, but
no. But to me, the strength in this are the Raptor Riders.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. He's got the Fanatic Slingers. So first of all, that means that basically in turn 2, I think, because I was looking at you looking at myself in turn 2, they can basically be able to have a range of a 30, something like 38 inches or something.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be able to shoot from the other side of the board from turn 2.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's
crazy. And then he's also got these Raptor Riders, and these Raptor Riders are going to be quick as well. He is going to be able to, if he doesn't want to shoot his slingers, he can use his Conquest Chanting to get one of the Raptor units up really quickly up the board from turn 2. Yeah. I think there's just he's only got a few scoring, and that may come to bite him. But there's so many lights that are going to be in your face, trying to eat, just eating your face off. That you may not be able to deal with his mediums while he's getting the points up.
Yeah, so
you've got to deal with Raptor Riders.
Don't get me wrong, I would play this list. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's that's the only reason for me. It's only got 3 scoring units.
No, I get that. I would give it a very high C.
Yeah, I'll call it a C+.
A very high C.
C+. I think it's obvious. It's going to win some games. Obviously, I think because it's it's so in your face that I think it's very.
And just to say as well, because it did come up in the Discord a little bit. Some people were wondering how he can run a Mounted Predator.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously the model hasn't come out yet, so people are asking how is he able to do that. The Founders exclusive Brood of Ungora, that can be used as a character with the Brood of Ungora artifact, or as a Mounted Predator.
Yeah,
you can use it as even more. So if you have that model, you can use it as a Mounted Predator.
I don't like. Yeah, this is no criticism on the list because obviously that's the rule. I'm not trying to criticise Ben at all. I don't like that we can use a Founders Edition as an unreleased model. That's silly. But if someone was to turn up to LGT with a Brood, that's fine. I'm not going to complain. But I'm a bit come on. I
think he's probably done. Yeah, I think it's either that or he drops a couple of things and he puts a Brood of Ungora on it.
Yeah,
At the moment,
yeah,
I think
of
the Brood
course.
Umbra is more nasty because if he charges into you, that Brood has also got for impact. It's a brutal impact too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's probably done the more polite thing.
I think so. Like I think we spoke about this as well. Like, it's not because I think it's not like a pay to win thing. It's not like the Mounted Predator is like the best thing in the faction.
No.
I don't like limited models being the only way to play certain models.
I see what you mean.
So that's bad.
Yeah, it was a bit of
Parabellum.
it's a bit of like what is it? It's like the FOMO thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's bad. Parabellum.
Yeah,
Release the Mounted Predator, and then we're all fine.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Ironically, they could have ran the. They could also have played the Fish Gnome as the Mounted Predator.
Well, you.
I'm wrong.
No, does it need to be a brute or an infantry?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, and I knew that as soon as I said it. Why on earth does
you're meant to be the fish. You're meant to be the fish gnome expert.
Why on earth is the fish gnome the gnome riding a shark like the cavalry fish gnome? Why can it not represent cavalry? Come on, like that's the one thing it should represent. But
because the shark can't go as fast as horses.
Of course they can. They can go as fast as Thunder Riders.
He's only not flipping about.
Yeah, that's it. You flap about. Before I get too cross about the fish gnome being not cavalry, the next one I'll let. I'll let you keep going through the Woodrune ones. I'm doing well.
Okay, which one have we got next?
The next one I've got up is Raymond.
Raymond.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Is Raymond from the USA?
Could be from it, but I've no
idea.
Yeah,
I know. SG. Where's that one?
SP?
SG.
I have literally no idea.
It's SG.
SG.
That's one of
no idea.
Maybe Singapore or something?
Yeah, Raymond.
South Greenland?
Raymond, comment below and tell us.
My geography is shit.
Yeah, Raymond, tell us where you're from, please. We're really sorry, we don't know.
Planet Earth.
Exactly.
Cool. So his is called Comp 6 Double Ds.
Good fan, big fan, I guess.
Yeah, Comp 6 Double Ds. I like it. Singapore he's from. Just looked it up.
Thank you.
Yes, well done. He's got Warband 1, he's got Sign of Conquest as a Warlord, so he's got Vision of Conquest. Again, you don't see this one a lot. I love it. This is the one where once per turn, you basically you kind of make your stack order, you make your command stack order, but then whenever you come to draw a card, you can just look through your stack and draw the card you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's basically one where you can just put your cards down and go, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Just let the other person sweat. I love it. He's following war. He's got Essence of the Phoenotherix artifact and disorienting strikes.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 8 Braves. He's with a regiment of 8 Braves.
That's a big block of Braves.
Standard bearer as part of that as well. Yeah. So that's a tanky war. That's a tanky war one. That is.
Yeah.
He hasn't got the mantle on it though, which is interesting.
No.
But still a tanky war unit. Warband 2, he's got a Predator with war and animalistic focus. Got 3 stand regiment of Raptor Riders, another 3 stand regiment of Raptor Riders, and 2 regiments of Slingers, and they're 3 stands each as well.
Yeah.
And then we have the Matriarch Queen. She is with War, and she's got the Mantle of the Devoted, and she's with there we are, an 8 stand block of Braves, and she's got War as well. Okay, and a Tontor. Okay, yeah.
Oof, double Brave block.
That is. See, Braves are really good. It's a lot of points you're investing into them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 310 points, 10 points each. It is potent though. They don't go easily, or they don't go quickly. You can kill them easily, but they don't disappear quickly.
So I know that I know, and this is a bit of a spoiler for another list we're looking at later. I know you've not kept up so much of the results today, too much. This was the match. So this player in round 1 They lost 5-6 on head-to-head. It was this list against Old Dominion.
That explains it. That explains
Nothing.
it. The guy spent half the time trying to line up the bloody Braves.
Yeah, apparently nothing died. Like when I was being told about this match, apparently
Turn
just
4.
nothing. So I think they got to turn 6,
Turn 6,
and nothing died. It was the.
You are not playing Wardroom right, sir.
No, I think so. I mean, I think
either you should be dead or the other person should be dead. By turn
I
6.
know. Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to be really honest. I really like.
Did they have a gentle agreement? We're not going to shoot each other.
This is it. Like, I really like the idea of 2 massive blocks of Braves. Like, that really appeals to me. Like,
if I had enough Braves, I'd probably look at that myself.
Between us, we must have enough Braves. I've got 9.
I've got 12. I've got 10 or 11 stands.
Okay, I've got 9, so we can do this between us. Yeah.
We could do this, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of intrigued by it. As I said, it's a lot of points in one in a block.
Yeah.
The Fnatic War Braves, they're going to be staying around a lot longer than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still that bloodlust.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like it's great, and I've done it before, and it's great, and you think, yeah, I'm going to be fine, and you stick on the objective, haha. Or you think, I'm just going to try and consolidate a little bit more and do something, and you roll that 6 on testing, and all of a sudden they're running off the objective.
I would say, I guess now at least you can pass to not, so you won't just run off the objective now. But I know what you mean. I hate bloodlust.
You can just choose a part, yeah. But I mean, like, say you're on the objective, but you know you're going to get flank charged by like something horrendous, and you think, I need to reform and at least get at least have it in my front. If you fail it, you're then running off.
Yeah.
So that's the only concern. That's the only hesitation I have of it, and that's why I normally go for at most 1 big block of Braves.
Mm-hmm. I think
yeah. He's also not got. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got 7 regiments. So he's got 10 cards in total. So yeah, okay.
It's kind of like an average amount, isn't it? 10.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
The Wardroom, it kind of average, maybe yeah.
Because you've got a Tontor.
Averaging the amount.
Yeah.
And again, not to take anything away from the Tontor either.
Yeah.
He's still got his. For early damage, or he should be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like the Tontor. I like the Tontor.
I still can't believe turn 6 and nothing was dying.
No, honestly, yeah, it's wild. Apparently, nothing died.
Did he mean nothing died on his side, or that nothing died at all?
Well, there were a lot of questions about whether those scores were correct because you get kill points on the scenario they were playing for things that died.
Yeah.
And it was 5-6. And I mean,
were they playing the right scenario?
Yeah, honestly, apparently just nothing died. I mean, I was being told there was a bit of bad dice on each side. The OD player failed to kill. Oh, that was one thing he was saying. So the OD player failed to kill the Vap Dividers with 3 turns of buffed up insanity casts from the Kerrys. And then the Tontor failed to kill the Praetorians when it charged in and stuff. So yeah, nothing died in the game.
Wow.
Okay. But yeah, spoilers for everyone listening. Yeah, we'll have another episode about the results. But what do you reckon this would be? Go on. What would he give this list?
Oh, this list. I would say. Again, a high C.
I think I'd say the same, and I think
a high C on this one. And eight stands of Braves is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's somebody who knows how to deal with them or good positioning, as soon as you start getting around that shield, and it's amazing how quickly they fall over as soon as they lose the shield.
Yeah, and I think, and it's the bloodlust too. It's kind of takes it out of the player's hands sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing how it does. Though I do enjoy 2 blocks
Oh yeah,
of
absolutely,
Graves.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, 1, 2, 3, and yeah, and it's only got. That's the other thing. It's only 3 scoring regiments still again as well.
Oh, is that well? No, you're
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, that's a good point too.
Oh, I think I was
Fair
going to
enough.
say actually I might turn it into a low B, but no, I'm going to keep it as a high C.
I'm going to put it
that reason.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
It's a C
Yeah.
still. And I think
Cool.
the final Wood Rune one is by
we
Powell. Powell from Poland.
Where
Powell
is
from
he?
Poland.
100. Oh, there he is, Powell. Yeah.
I like the name. Good name for the list. Your name's nice too.
Hunting
Powell.
and swinging. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Hunting and swinging. Cool. So yeah, we got Matriarch Queen.
Yep.
Who's the warlord? So she's got the Matriarch Walks. So that means that she can choose she can do 2 draw events. She's got her healing one, but also a second one, which is she can choose a infantry regiment within 8 inches of her, and that regiment becomes fanatic. And that also means that she can choose the regiment she's with. So she's following war. She's got Dreamcatcher and Voice of Conquest as her teachings. She's got then 4 stand regiment of hunters and an apex predator. That's an interesting one. So you've got fanatic. You're going to have fanatic conquest hunters.
Yeah, I thought it was.
That still works. Yeah, that still works.
Or optional fanatic as well, because you can put fanatic on other units
Essence
as well.
Benefit. Sorry,
I was saying it's the optional fanatic, isn't it? So she can put it on other units too.
Yeah, so yeah, the optional fanatics you can put it on. Yeah, but still, I mean, kind of like fanatic hunters or fanatic conquest hunters. That works. That's still a potent one. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely, it's an optional one. Essence of the Fenneterix on the Sign of Conquest, and he's got 2 regiments of Chosen of Conquest and their 3 stands each, and then he's got a Predator who's got the Mantle of the Devoted. He's got Voice of Conquest and Marksmanship as well, and then you've got 3 stand Regiment of Braves, 3 stand Hunting Pack, an Apex Predator, and a 4 stand of Slingers.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got the potential of having. I mean, that's pretty potent. Again, you've got 4 regiments there, or potentially 4 regiments that will go on. Be Fanatic Conquest. So the 3 action stuff. You've got Fanatic Slingers, and the Queen can easily make the Hunters Fanatic as well.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's a lot of like potential dangerous ranged coming in.
Yeah.
The 2 the 2 apexes as well. They're good heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Chosen of Conquest for those medium gains. Yeah.
I think it's a solid list. I think
so. I think so. I think it's definitely relying on that. It's definitely relying on that. Or to me, it's relying on that conquest range quite a bit.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, okay, you've got Chosen of Conquest running up, but they do. You don't want them to be too isolated early on because they will still go down.
Yeah,
and they're 200. I mean, they've got one's 250 points with the standard bear, and the other one's 230. So they're not cheap.
Yeah, and that's it. You're going to need to be keeping them out of danger. And the conquest, the fanatic conquest, does let you do that. It does let you move up and fire and then move back. So it's good. It's just.
Oh yeah, no, it does. It's just it's always like the temptation of running them up further than you should.
Yeah.
Because you can, it will scare the opponent, and then you kind of like, they're not supported enough, and then they get run down by something.
Yeah. And I
And that was that was the prime thing that happened to me with Dowell last year at LGT was we I ran them up like they were already like turn 3, they were in contact with something, but I didn't I which I was going to use to make them fanatic, and they didn't, and then they got swarmed.
Yeah,
and it was a full hand of them, and yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's good. I think I would give this. I think I would give this a B.
Yeah, me too, because I don't know what it's going to do. That's my my justification for it. I think it's good. It's got some range units. It's got some Chosen of Conquest. Yeah, I think that's the. I like the name. Good name.
Yes. Yeah, happy with the name of that one. Hunting Swinging. Yeah. No, I like it. I think it's good. Yeah, I'd give it. I don't think a high B. I think like a medium.
Yeah, like just like a normal B.
Like a low to medium B. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it a normal B too.
Yeah.
There we go. And then I'll give you a little bit of a break.
Sure.
Because I'll do the Old Dominion one.
Sounds good.
So this is. Oh, in fact, there's 2 Old Dominion. There's 2 Old Dominion. I'll do the first Old Dominion, which is. Sorry, right. Not only it's a name I don't recognise, but also I'm having to.
You can now pronounce.
Yeah, I'm having to crouch down and. I'm having to crouch down and read this tiny name off the tab at the top of the screen. Akiadiuzu. But yeah, I think you're also Polish, and I really like your list name, Art of Z. And the first one here. Now, right, this I think, this is a list. I really like this style of list for Old Dominion. So we've got the Ziliarch in here, and the Ziliarch is the Warlord, which I really like. And it has the Dark Blessing of Eternal Discipline, and it's also got the Awe of Death relic from the banner and the Aventine armor. So it's making a really, really defensive Praetorian Guard block here. You know, it's going to have Tenacious, it's going to have reroll 6s. It's very, very good. We've then got a minimum unit of legionaries with the Optio and the Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer, of course, being 3. And then the Praetorian Guards having Profane Reliquary. So that's where our Ziliarch is going to be sat. And then 2 units of Varangian Guard. So they are restricted. They've got 4 stands each, and they have got a Standard Bearer on both of them. So essentially, what the aim of this list, I think, is basically to get the Varangian Guards in a good spot, and then to use your supremacy to basically either be able to, I guess, charge and double clash, or potentially to be able to move, charge, and clash, which is where I've used it more. Having Varangian Guard with a minimum 11-inch charge is pretty scary, actually. That.
Yeah.
We've then got a Hierodeacon. Deacon. Hierodeacon Deacon is being sat in a unit of legionaries. I don't believe. Yeah, there's nothing added to the Hierodeacon Deacon, just there, I guess, to build your points up, your dark power points. And then there's also a unit of Caryatids. So you've got 4 stands there of the shooting statues. And then you've got the Archimandrite. Archimandrite is sat in a unit of legionaries. And then you've got 1 unit of bone golems there, which is a great unit. Bone golems just as good standard heavy to, get in the way a lot of the time. And yeah, overall, I think it's really good. Especially good at the moment with the Army Special Rules giving you +1 to your reinforcements. I think 3 heavies can sometimes be a bit of a tricky spot to be in. But obviously they get +1 to their reinforcement roll. So I think it's really good, really solid list.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I don't know too much about Old Dominion. It looks solid, it looks tough. It's got a lot of hitting power, the Varangian Guard.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
yeah.
My idea, my first thought is to give it an A-, because I think it's a really, really strong list. But it's got quite a set threat range, I think, for this list. You know, it's a powerful list. There's no denying that it's very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, you've only got 1 ranged thing in there. Everything else is. I think I'd agree with you. Yeah,
and it's, really solid list. Really like it. I mean, there's every chance this list wins the tournament. Old
quite like,
Dominion,
yeah,
really strong.
Yeah, I think at the moment, I think it's tough to make a bad Old Dominion list.
Obviously, I might be being a bit biased here with my grading because in my head I'm thinking, I think there are better Old Dominion lists, but like this is still a really good list. Like,
Yeah.
And we'll see with the next one. I'm not really sure. I've not seen it before. The next one is called Mr. Bones Wild Ride. So already a solid name. Good naming for your list. And this is Stephen. Stephen's list. So Stephen, I believe, is from the US. And if we look here, so Stephen's from the US, and he has a great list name. And we'll start off. We've got Warband 1 is the Archimandrite. And the Archimandrite has got 1 unit of Keres, which has 5 stands, which is very good. I really undervalued Keres for quite a while. Really strong unit, especially late in the game. I always used to throw mine away as a bit of a screen, but getting Dark Power Tier 3 Keres are disgusting. Then 1 unit of Legionaries, which is where the Archimandrite is going to sit. And then there we go. We've got 2 units of Bone Golems. So 5 standard Bone Golems. I think they're really strong, really tough unit to chew through. We've then got the Hierodeacon, who is just there with the Legionaries. So again, we've got a little farm here. So you've got the Archimandrite and the Hierodeacon, basically killing off a stand for Dark Power and then resurrecting that 1 stand, I imagine, for a lot of the game. And then we've got the Strategos. The Strategos here is the Warlord, which again, I really undervalued this Warlord supremacy for a while. Being able to act at 1 higher Dark Power is awesome, is really, really strong. But also nowadays with the, I can't remember what his rule is now. Is it from the front that does this?
Yeah.
Letting a unit of Praetorians, exactly like the previous list, it's got Aura of Death, it's got reroll 6s, it's got Tenacious, it's got Aura of Death 4. Letting that Praetorian unit come on turn 1 is, I think, one of the best things. I think it is the best thing in the faction.
It's a kind of guaranteed turn 2 on an objective.
Exactly, and it's really, really hard to remove. I think in Wadroon, playing Wadroon, having things like the Tontor or Thunder Riders are fairly good at taking it out if you can get a charge off, maybe. But I think a lot of factions really, really struggle with. They end up being defense 5. So the Praetorian Guard, when you get to tier 3, they can Bastion twice. They have shields, so they're defense 5, re-rolling 6s, Tenacious, Aura of Death 4. Like they're super good. You have to flank them to take them off an objective.
Pretty much, yeah. And even if you've got something Tontor, again, it's not. Let's not underestimate. Remembering that these guys don't take resolves either.
It's super.
So that's 30 in this regiment. That's 30 wounds that you've got to kill. In a clash, they're not going to run away.
It's it's a very, very strong unit. And for that, I'm going to give this an A. Could it be an A plus? Maybe.
I would say it's got everything that's good with Old Dominion at the moment.
I think this might be the best list in the game.
At the moment, this is the strongest one. This is the strongest one to me as well. I'm giving this like an A plus as well. A plus. You're winning so far. So Stephen, I know Steve on the Discord as well. So I can say this: if you lose, it's because you're rubbish. Is what we're saying. Nice.
And then the next one I'll let you do. We're up to Reese.
Which one are you bringing up?
Reese has been brought up.
Oh, Reese. Okay.
Reese of the Vanguard's Garage Gaming fame.
Yes. So we've got Reese King, City States, M6 XV. I think that's his pin code.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know what that is. There you go. There you go. Reese, look, we have to have a chat as well. Your list name is not very funny, right? There are so many puns you could make about City States. You've got all of Greek mythology to make puns. So come on, next time you qualify for Worlds, I expect better. All right.
You got first warband. You got your Warlord Polemarch.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got Army of Lions. He's got Aristia as his draw event because
Ooh.
he's got Aristia and an Atalanta's Spear as well. So Aristia gives that regiment the bonus to the charging,
Mhm.
and Atalanta's Spear gives him cleave 1 and +1 attack. So he's 7 attacks.
Mhm.
He's with a 5-stand regiment of Agema,
Nice.
with Andromachus and a Talos as well in his warband.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Warband 2, you got an Aristarch, who has got Blades of Echeides, which is the cleave, like the lightsaber one, the cleave 4,
Yeah.
and he's also got he's given him a long lineage mastery, so it means he can take an extra relic. So he's given him Inscription of Impact Resistance as well,
Okay.
and he's with an 8-stand Hoplites. I've got a Minotaur, Haspist auxiliary in with them, and they've got Bedora Lattes as an officer as well.
Cool.
So there's not much to it. There's only there's only what 1, 2.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Oh no, there is more. Yeah, I was going to say that looks really short. So he's going to cut off 1 page. And he's got war chariots. He's got 2 of these. He's got a Flogobolon and a Scorpios, so 1 of each. No, he hasn't. Sorry, he's got 2 Scorpios even.
Cool. Yeah.
I misread that. And then he's got his warband, his 3rd warband. He's got a Mechanist, which has got Standard of Last Oration as a relic, with 3-stand Thorakites and a 4-stand Inquisitors as well.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of it's a nice fun list. Like, it's a proper like Greek state, big chunky hoplite unit, chunky elite swordsman like the Agema. Yeah, it's got some nice range stuff as well from the chariots. I don't think it's the strongest list out of all of them.
No.
I think he's gonna struggle playing the speed game. I think the Talos is there, which is really nice. So he's got some flank in there. He's got the flank from the chariots and Talos. Yeah, I like this. I'm not sure how well it's going to do.
No, I think I generally agree. I think that look, the chariots are very, very good. It's like you're saying, it's got a lot of different stuff. Like, it's a nice, like, kind of a really fluffy idea for a list, but I think it's not focused enough one way or the other. Does that make sense? I was really excited when you mentioned he had Aristia and the Agema, because I thought it was going to be a expert scouts list, which I think is my favourite city states list, but it's not. Like, the Talos is good. He's got the Talos. He's got the Hoplites, which I think is fantastic for holding objectives. It's just going to come down to whether his opponent can get through those two blocks.
I think once you get through, particularly the Hoplites, once you get through the Hoplites, you haven't really got much of a main line left.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give this like a C plus.
Yeah, that's what my thought was too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a C plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But so, Reese, for you, obviously, if you do really well, it's because you're a genius and not because of your list. So that's good too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
The next one I've got up is Matuz.
Yep.
I appreciate the naming. Good work, Matuz. Spartans, prepare for glory. I appreciate the name. That's good.
Yeah.
And am I going to be really excited by this one? No.
Go for it.
Oh, guys, come on. Someone play Expert Scouts. So we've got Warlord Aristarch with, again, the lightsaber blades of Echeides. And I imagine he is going to be sat in this block of hoplites. So he's got 6 hoplites. And then we have 1 unit of Selenoi, which are great choice. 1 Talos. And then we have 3 chariots. And I believe, all of the Scorpios. I think that might be a running trend here, that the Scorpios is the preferred one. We then have a Polemarch with some Agema. I imagine that's where he's going to sit, because we've got 4 Agema there. He's got, again, Aristia and Atlantean Spear. We've got a unit of Minotaur Haspists and then a second Talos. So double Talos, looking forward to seeing that. I was thinking when I started going through the list, actually 6 Hoplites. That's actually a pretty light Hoplite unit. But if he's running those 2 Talos, I think I imagine he's planning to take the brunt of the attacks from the opponent. So yeah, I think it's solid. I guess, comparing it to Reese's list, everything's kind of doing the same thing. You've got
it feels more focused.
Yeah, you've got a good block. Well, you've got 3 kind of defensive blocks. The Hoplites here probably will die, I guess. Yeah. But you've got the other 2. The 2 Talos, I think, is a really solid brick, really solid anvil to work around. And 3 Chariots is, I think, just 30% better than 2 Chariots. So
I think it's a good it's got more of a design to it, I think. Not designed. It feels a bit more kind of focused.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see what each thing wants to do.
Yeah. I think I'd give it a solid B. Solid B for...
Yeah, I'd give that a good B, yeah.
Yeah. It's a good list. Yeah. The next one then I've got up is Dustin. If you want to... Yes, I'll let you do this one, but well done, Dustin.
I'll let you do it. This makes you excited.
I love Expert Scouts as a list. I think it is the best city-states list. It's the best way to play. So, this is Scouts Master Talos, which I think sounds like either a really lame DJ or a really cool scout leader. So, you've got the Aristarch here. The Aristarch here has the Atlantean Spear and Expert Scouts. And Expert Scouts lets lots of your things have Vanguard. And it's great. So we've then got 1 unit of Selenoi, and then we've got 1 unit of 4 Agama, which I imagine is where the Aristarch is going to be sat. You've then got your chariots. Now, in this case, again, chariot variant, you've got the Scorpios again. So you've got 3 of them, and the Selenoi. So 2 units of Selenoi, which are the ranged goats, 1 Agama, and then your chariots. And then our second warband, we've got the Polemarch with the lightsaber blades, and also the Standard of Last Ovation. Thorakites, which is where I imagine the Polemarch is going to be sat, because there's only 4 stands there. And he is going to have... Do they have with them? Yeah, a Minotaur Thyrian auxiliary. So that's a really chunky... That's a really chunky light unit, and also the Standard of Last Ovation allows them to score. That's a scoring light. You've got a unit of 5 Agama, which are great, and then you've got the Pump Daddy himself, the Talos. So really solid looking list. I like this. The Expert Scouts I've played, and also played against, didn't have any chariots in it. I don't know whether that's going to be better or worse in terms of the unit. I think chariots are obviously very good still. The unit I've seen, the list I see normally has an additional warband with another unit of scoring Thorakites. Yeah. But overall, I think it's a solid list. I'm going to give it an A. Well done. Yeah.
I'm in agreement. I mean, for the infantry at least, none of them, like for the infantry, they can all come on 18 inches.
Yeah.
And by the time they come on. Like, I'm in agreement.
So they can all come on 18 inches, but then also they all have fluid formation, so they can all also
so you can come on just bordering that objective and in fluid formation just to get on it. Yeah.
You can also stand, say, let's say the charge is 9 inches. You can stand 12 inches away, so your opponent can't charge you, and then you could fluid so that you are 9 inches away. It's
and actually just with the Aristarch's tactics as well. If one of these go from the strategic deck, they get that +1 march.
+1 march, yeah. Oftentimes, something this list is missing is the Aristia, which means that they always do is it charge +5, and then with the Aristarch it's charge +6, so you always have a guaranteed 12-inch charge. This list doesn't have that.
I don't know if you need. I don't know if you need it for a list like this. Though.
It's a really solid list. I really like it. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it does well.
No, exactly same. A good A list here.
And then we've got 2 left. So you pick. Would you like to do Ewan or Chris first?
I I'll do Chris.
Awesome. Yeah, you have a go at Chris. The one, the only, the Brutish British Chris. I'll let you have a go
Brutish
with.
British.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brutish British.
Brutish British.
British British.
Love me freak.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got Sorcerer, who's following the Court of Air, and they've got four stand regiment of Danur disciples, and three stand of Gauls, and four stand of Steelheart Jin as well.
Nice.
He's then got second warband, which is his Maharaja,
Maharaja.
Who's the warlord, following Court of Air again, with four stand of Danhur disciples. And then you've got a sorcerer who's Court of Fire, with four stand of Efreet Flamecasters, five stand of Efreet Dancers, three stand of Efreet Dancers, and three stands of Efreet Flamecasters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's again, I'm gonna because you're the Sorcerer King guy. This sounds really good, particularly the amount of with the rituals and the amount of elementals he's got going on. It sounds like really kind of fast and punchy.
Yeah, there's a lot of shooting. I think it's good. I think it's an improvement on the list he had for UK Games Expo, just because there were less goals in it. But so I've not played around much of the archers, but I think obviously that's where the sorcerer and the Maharaja are going to be sat. And I mean that's they're pumping out 20 shots at 20 inches with volley 2. Volley 3 of your aiming like that. It's a lot of shooting output you've got there. Steelheart Jin again. They're quick. They're very punchy with their Clash 2 and Born of Air. And then you've got your Efreet sword clans, sword dancers, and flamecasters. The only so he's got the sorcerer there with God. I've got to remember what all these things do. I think the only thing here is that the upgrades, he's taken quite a lot of upgrades on the characters. So and there's a lot of, area for this. The first one is on the Maharaja. Now, I think I've got to remember all the names of them now. But Shulat, I think is great. I think that's one that I always take as well. I can't remember what Niantran does. But I think the thing with the Sorcerer Kings is all their upgrades are quite expensive. Which is why oftentimes you see, at least with mine, I will take Shulat, because that's the one that lets you give an additional token to your rituals when you start them. And I'll also take Jadu, and Jadu is missing in this case. And I think Jadu
you just want it because of the name.
I love Jadu. I'm going to shout Jadu at everyone all the time. But I also think it's the best upgrade possibly in the game, at least in Sorcerer Kings. Everything re-rolling sixes is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now Chris Chris couldn't really do it in this list because he's got a mix of air and fire, which is great. But obviously Jadu wouldn't fit in there. The thing is, I think it's bound to the elements, which is the one that lets them be a brute and attached to the elementals. And I mean, the problem with it is it's 40 points, so it's very expensive compared to the whatever it is Inspires 10 points with additional stats. You get Inspires in Sorcerer Kings, you get no additional stats, and it costs you 40 points, and it's just a big investment, I think. Overall, I think it's good. It's it's different to the type of Sorcerer Kings list I play. It doesn't have a Mahut, so I give that props because it's a stupid elephant. But overall, I mean, I think it's a pretty set out list. The only thing I can think is it doesn't really have any. I mean, I guess it's got the sword dancers, so the 5 sword dancers here. I was thinking, that's kind of his big brick, and it's not the most defensive brick. Defense 3 is fine. Wounds 5 is fine. But it's gonna. But this is a Sorcerer's King thing in general, is that they don't really have any anvils. So I think we just see how it goes. I think overall, I'd probably give it a high C.
I think so. I mean, I really want to give it an A star and say, I really want to give it an A star just because he's from Britain.
Oh, that's of course. Chris is obviously we obviously want Chris to win, but there was no bias here.
It's obviously amazing, but I think I agree with you. It's going to be like I want to give it like a high C as well.
Yeah, I will say, to be fair, as much as Chris, I would like Chris personally to win, but my favourite list is definitely Ben's from the Raptors. The Raptor list.
No, same. That's still my favourite one.
And then finally got through.
And I'll let you do the final one.
Australian Heat. I'm assuming that Mr. Bailey, this is Ewan Bailey. I assume he's from Australia. I'm not going to look it up. He has. I'm going to be really honest here. Ewan might be my favourite person now in this event because not only has he named the list, but he's also named each of his warbands. So the first warband,
nice.
Sea Breeze.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I'm very excited. I'm going to go through and do this all of mine now. Sea Breeze.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You've got the Maharaja in Court of Air with Shulat, and this Maharaja is sat in a unit of disciples, the archers again. You've then got Uncomfortable Humility, which is your sorcerer in the Court of Fire, and they have no upgrades. I can see there, and they've got 3 units of Efreet Flamecasters and the unit of disciples. And then you've got Scorching Sunlight, the Fire Maharaja, who has got in 1 unit of Rajaka. He's then got 2 units, 3 units of Sword Dancers. And then finally, you've got a 4th warband, which is Searing Sandstorm, a sorcerer from the Court of Fire with Jadu, good choice, Ewan, and 1 unit of Vajaka. This is a really cool list.
I didn't even know it was possible to get like 4 warbands for Sorcerer Kings.
There are no heavies in this list. That's cool. I like this.
But then again, there weren't any heavies in
there weren't. List, no heavies in Chris's list either. Like, this list has no problem with scoring at all. I think everything is medium.
Everything is medium.
Now
it might mean it might mean he loses to the early game.
Plus, so the thing is with Sorcerer Kings is you've got a bit of a problem in that you need your characters on the board. So you really want to be getting at least 2 characters on turn 2, if not 3. And so basically he is going to be rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's rolling 9 dice, and he needs 1 of them to succeed to get 2 characters on. So
it should be doable.
Yeah, I think so. I think that just looking through, I think it's a really solid list. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the disciples. I think they are objectively probably a good unit on their own. I think this is really strong. Obviously, it's got Jadu, so everything in this army is going to be re-rolling 6s once that Jadu goes off.
It's just, to me, it just... I don't know how I feel about his Warlord being in such an easy-to-kill unit.
Yeah, I mean, I think every unit in Sorcerer Kings is easy to kill.
Particularly because it's... Yeah,
Yeah, it's tricky, I think.
It is a tricky one.
The benefit here, though, is that his Warlord can sit in a unit that's 20 inches away from anything and still contribute to the fight, which I think is good. They're going to be sending off rituals. They're going to be triple activating things. I'm going to give this... personally, I think this list is probably a solid, B+. In the current meta,
I was still thinking, I can see it. I think I was, I want to say like again, this might be my lack of like knowledge on myself. I want to say like a very high C.
High C. Okay, let's split the difference.
I'm going to go B minus.
Yeah, let's split the difference and we'll call it a B minus.
Yeah.
Okay. Ewan, when you listen, it was James that made it lower. But yeah,
and obviously, if Chris beats me at LGT at the weekend, I'm sorry, I called you a list to see.
No, we'll just rate your list lower, and then it's okay.
Oh, true. Yeah, we'll do see that. Yeah.
I really, Chris, when you listen to this, I hope, please, we want to get you on for an episode after Worlds. and probably after LGT, you crazy man doing Worlds and then coming back and then doing LGT. That's crazy.
LGT straight away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get you on for a podcast for the next one.
Definitely. So I guess we've gone. This is maybe our longest episode or one of our longest episodes so far.
I think so. I mean, I feel like we've gone through them pretty quick.
Yeah, I think we've done well there.
I don't know if it's our longest one. I think it might be just short of the longest one. Yeah.
So I guess who do you think is going to win? Pretending we've not seen any of the first or second round results.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
I mean, I want to say Chris.
You want to say Chris?
Come on, Team UK.
I mean,
I think based on the lists, I really think the Spires list, I think, is like particularly potent.
Spires list is very good. Yeah.
Or no, actually, I think maybe the Ashen Dawn list. I think.
Okay. So you're going to go. I can't remember. Was it Andrew Miller? You think?
Yes, I think it was. Yeah,
that's good because I think Stephen. I think the Old Dominion 10 Bone Golem list has got a good chance.
Yeah, actually, I forgot about the Old Dominion.
No, you've picked, so we can see next time who's won.
Yeah. Okay.
And who is the Conquest Last Argument of Kings
world champion?
Exactly. We can see. I'm very excited to find that out. And I'm really excited to do an episode of Chris. We haven't asked him, but I'm sure he will.
We're volunteering him.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice work, Chris. Thank you. We can pay you in internet points, and that's about it. You can have a cut of any advertisement we get for that episode if you want.
Yeah.
If you'd like to advertise on Chris's video, please let us know.
I mean, we're also like kind of like co-hosts for the LGT. We can probably have it so he, one of the things is he plays someone very nice in the first round.
Oh, that's true. That's true. By the way, it'll be James. James is going to play Chris. If this happens, by the way, I haven't set it up. I have not set up Chris playing James in the first round of the LGT.
Honestly, I just don't want to play Dave again. I just don't want to go through.
Me neither. I mean, I like David, but I don't want to play against a million drones again. Come on, mix it up, David. Drones are so 2020.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that was a long trek through some lists for Chaos. And you know what? I'm going to edit this, and then I'm going to see you on. I think I might see you on Friday, if not Saturday morning.
Yeah. When are you there?
I'm going to get there for Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be up there with Yanis anyway.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So we'll see you on Friday.
See you Friday or Saturday. See you soon.
Awesome. Yeah.
Have a
Cheers,
nice
mate.
day.
And thanks, everyone.
Nice one. Thank you for joining us. And this is our cool ending that we always forget and don't know what to do.